Digital analytics processes can be used to accomplish many things. Yet, in its most valuable form, the process should be viewed as a means to familiarize business users with data that is potentially available to them and to create efficiency around how that data is collected, analyzed, and provided back to the business. Most organizations have organic processes that grew out of necessity. However, they typically have developed formal processes for taking in analytics requests, for data quality management, or for new tagging requests. While each of these activities usually happens at organizations today, they are largely handled through ad hoc processes that fail to provide consistency or efficient delivery. Digital analytics, new request tagging, and QA processes. This process is designed using a Scrum methodology, which can easily fit within most companies' development cycles. At the conceptual level, the analytics tagging and QA processes provide methods for business users to communicate their data needs, which are then used to 1. Define requirements, 2. Create a solution design, 3. Develop analytics code, 4. Conduct QA, and 5. Launch new tracking functionality. Tagging and QA process. The tagging and QA process is one that is typically used by organizations multiple times throughout website redesigns, feature function improvements, and general updates. It is intended to be a scalable process so that it can be used for all future feature and development projects that require analytics, as well as digital analysis analytics requests. The starting point for this process includes a digital analytics brief that will be used to identify goals, measurement objectives, and specific elements that need to be tracked with analytics. Step 1. Defining business requirements. With the digital analytics brief in hand, the business analyst should have pertinent information necessary to begin the process of defining business requirements. Depending on the scope of the project, this part of the process should take between 1 and 5 hours to complete, with the digital analyst leading the effort and stakeholders collaborating with details. Demystified recommends using a template for collecting business requirements that captures each requirement as a business question. Step 2. Creating a solution design. Often one of the most important yet overlooked aspects of digital analytics is documentation. Documentation provides an organization the ability to clearly define and record key components of its digital analytics implementation. Companies can rely on internal resources to generate documentation, or if using an agency or consulting partner, ask them to provide documentation that should serve as a foundation for your analytics implementation. Requiring that employees on the digital analytics team be intimately familiar with this documentation will serve to answer all questions about data availability from the analytics platform. Step 3. Developing code. Unlike traditional development, digital analytics, especially Adobe Analytics, requires its own specific codebase that includes events, EVARs, and SPROPs to work properly. There are often clients outsourcing the development of code to external consultants who are experts in these specific technologies, as this technical component of the job is often lacking within an organization's core competency. Step 4. QA. As with all development projects, digital analytics requires QA testing to ensure that tags are implemented correctly and that data appears within the interface as expected. At Analytics Demystified, we have developed our own processes for administering QA on digital analytics tags. Because QA requires input from technical analysts and IT developers, the process is typically managed via a shared documentation that can be accessed and modified by multiple parties. Step 5. User acceptance and launch. Once the code has been QA'd by the technical analytics team, it moves through the process workflow back to the business user who requested the tagging for final approval. While this part of the process should be managed by the analytics technical staff, it's incumbent upon the business user to sign off on the tagging such that the data they will receive will help them not only measure the digital asset, but also make decisions on how to improve and optimize the asset. In closing, there are many different processes that can and should be applied to digital analytics. By building processes around mission-critical tasks, businesses can create efficiency in the way they work and bring new levels of standards and accountability to staff. By creating a process for new analytics requests, we've witnessed that organizations become more skilled at deploying tagging and reports in a timely manner with fewer defects.